Sub? I think they will have sub on the way.
To Blackfriars. Change here for the Circle and District lines. Exit here for riverboat services from Blackfriars Pier, the South Bank and the Tate Modern. The doors will open automatically at the next station.
Well, down here on Thames Foreshore, and I've got my permit. I know tide's coming in, but let's have a quick look round. And a very rare sight, we have the lesser spotted Mary here with us. Bit of a pot there, no markings on it, so I'm going to leave that. I've got lots of bits like that. I might try and get over there, but if you are larking on the Thames Foreshore, you do need a permit from the Port of London Authority, and I'll put a link down to the website below. And I do have a permit which actually only come through this week. A little bit of pipe stem, and a bit of plate there, bit of plate, yeah, just plate. Looks like a bit of pipe ball there. I'll watch it, tide's coming in. Oh, got a bit of pottery here with summit on. Bit of ribbon in there, something. Yeah, a bit muddy down some of it, and I haven't got my wellies here. Well, I've always got to find some RP. Still a long way of maker's mark on yet. Be good though if I could find one. Well, I spotted that little bit. I think I can spot a bit of a name on it. No, I thought there was a name on it, but it must have just been muck and a bit of probably late medieval, as they call it. Well, I'll pick this bit of green up. I'm hoping it might even be Tudor. But you never know. Well, it looks like you can get onto that, but maybe not from that. There must be another set of steps around the corner. So I'll go look at them afterwards if I can. A tiny bit of mock away there. And a little bit of pipe stem. On the way where taking his time focusing, I've got on normal one instead of me ×2, so match that bit of pipe. I'm going to leave that. No. Even down here we're finding them. Well, I'll get that out of the river. I'll just catch that heel of a pipe. Gonna get wet. Well, I don't think I can get to... Oh! Well, there's steps there as well. I might go and have a bring... This Mary's sat down off edge over there. Well, looks like somebody's had a few bits and pieces out there, bits of bone and looks like. Bit of cable. Well, walking under this bit. Let's see if there's more luck on here, but the tide's coming in very fast. Well, a little bit of pipe stem, but there's that many down here. I'm going to start leaving them unless they've got markings on. Well, I'm going to have to get back along there before the tide comes in.
Already seen the bread. I've run out of bread.
Mary doing a runner from the flappy things. Are you following me down? I've no feed for you down here. Well, I did get to the other bit. Well, there's a few bits on show here. Let's see if we can find some printed stuff. What at the base of a pot, but it's an oyster shell. Well, I thought one bit there was a bit of flint. Oh, that's a part of a pipe ball. Well, a fairly early one, I think. Or early-ish. Oh, I might find some better bits if I don't get wet feet. Well, there are plenty of pipe stem bits over here. Well, I'm going to start leaving the pipe stems unless they, like I say, unless they've got markings on. Plenty of them.
Kind of animal bone with teeth coming out of it then.
Ooh, that looks like a bit of tin glaze.
That's nice, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Early and all.
Yeah.
Well, I did find a few bits, quite the 3 bits of pottery up there, but I couldn't do much talking over it because there was some busker up there, so I didn't want to strike for music. So I can do talking now. But a lot of brickwork and tiles and such like there. Well, we have found a few bits, not all that many, but like I say, there weren't much on shore. The tide were coming in, and like I say, to Mudlark down here, you do need a permit from the Port of London Authority, and you've got to apply for that. Well, that's the bit we were on earlier, and it's all underwater now, including the bit the other side of Blackfriars. We're just having a walk across the bouncy bridge. Well, not all that many finds from this first trip to the Thames, but I just thought I'd do it because I'm hoping to get down a couple more times before I've got to go back home. Well, another one of them things. And like I say, I could have had a bucket full of pipe stems and such like, but after a bit you just stop, you ignore them unless you can see a marking on them. And I'll still collect bits of balls with bits of stuff on. Bit of pottery there. I think it's part of a lid, teapot lid of some sort, I think, going up the base there. Kids playing about outside, and I haven't shown that bit in the video, but I think that's a bit of very old tin glazed. But I'll have to do a little bit more research into that first. That green, don't think it is, but I'm hoping it is. It might be a bit of Tudor green, but you never know. So this is just a little taste of it. Well, it looks like we're a bit early. Well, tennis ball floating there. Well, it's just starting to uncover there. It's a bit slippy going down them. Well, tide's out. They're going out, should I say. And the boards, the steps are fairly dry now. So let's get down there. Well, we've got plenty of wildlife here, and I've no feed for them neither. I'll have to remember next time I come down. Yeah, just playing. Well, we'll catch it. The tide's going out, and there's nobody hanging from there today. Well, I think there'll be lots of playing bits until I get further out there when tide's out. And if these big ones will let me. I'll just see if there is anything under here just as it's going out. There's a pile of stones over that far end. There's some very noisy waves. I don't think I can use that to take my fines home in. Well, there's lots of bits and pieces on this pebbly bit. A bit of the container there and something there. Well, just a few bits of playing under there, nothing to write home about. So I've been knocking bits of playing over. That's my first bit of colouring. I don't know what it is, but it's going in the bag. Oh. And another bit here. Oh, a bit of gold on that. Oh well. At least we've got some colour. And here we go. Another one, I think. So that was a piece of pipe that's stuck in there. I thought that was it. Don't think it is. And another bit with probably part of maker's mark on bottom. And another bit. Oh, very nice little bit. I haven't seen one bit of pipe yet. I don't know if that's a bit of pipe ball or not. Yeah. Just a bit of ball. Well, a long bit of pipe there. But I'm going to leave that. And there's a short bit just there as well. And another bit there. Oh, it's starting to start showing now. Just a plain bit with a line on. We're after something better. And Mary sat taking it all in. And keeping well away from the big flappy things. Well, another bit of colour I just turned over. Well, bit of feather edge, pearl edge, whatever you want to call it. I've got enough of that. And a bit of pipe stem. Well, it looks like I might be able to get round to that bit in a minute or two. Just when this lot goes out. Well, a bit of pipe stem there. A bit with a stripe on. And something with some blue on there. Let's have a look at that. Well, it's a bit. That looks like it might have something on. Yeah, just got edge there. A touch there, but no, we'll not bother with that bit. Well, that's another bit to get out. the battery out of a vape. Well, we'll get that out at River. Well, there's a little bit of blue there. And that's a bit of fence. And we all know what that is. There's always some willow. Oh, I thought it were brass finial, it's not. It's a rubber stopper off a vulcanite, I think. Oh, a little bit of blue here again. Very faint. Well, another bit of blue. And another one to get rid of. Another vape battery that's been smashed out. Oh, another bit of plastic. Pen, we'll get that out. Rid of. I'll just get this before water gets it. Oh, that's a bit more of that tin glaze. Feels like it. We just spotted this bit, and I don't know whether it's a very old handblown glass in a square one. It's like punctal mark there on bottom where it's been snapped off, but I don't know. It might be quite bond with that mark in there. Oh well. Oh, I thought that had a bit of staining on, but just the tang a little bit. I turned a bit over, I think. I turned that bit over, and it's got some markings on the other side. And more plastic. Oh, they're all for the bin. Let's rescue this piece. Oh, I got washed away. That's a bit of green on it there. And just while I was filming that, I spotted a little bit of blue there. And another bit of blue. And we all know what that is. There's always some willow. Well, more bits of plastic to get out of the river. And they're going about people digging and the diggers washing the foreshore. Look at this lot coming in. But waves will be coming in from that in a minute. Yeah. It's them that's washing the foreshore away, not the mudlarkers. Well, it's starting to go out a fair distance now. It's a long way there from steps outside of Prospector Whitby. And I might just have a walk up there now, again. A bit of blue on that one. And definitely a lot of blue on the other side. Oh well. Best bit so far. nearby. What's that part of an old light switch or something? Well, it's a pipe hole there by the looks of it. Yeah, a bit of a broken one, but definitely a pipe hole. Well, very, very small piece of tin glaze. So I'm going to rescue this one before it gets washed it out, just so it washing it water. That's what I saw, washing it water, managed to get it out. There's quite a bit of blue there, so I can catch it before it goes away. Got it. And there's always some willow. Ooh, there's a bit more tin glazed. Oh, it's just decoration or writing. Oh, a rusty old bucket handle there, but I'm going to leave that again. Well, I don't think there's anybody going to be hanging about outside while we have something to eat and drink. Well, I don't know if I can get down there, but I can certainly get down over there. Well, let's see if we find out on this bit. I've spotted the base of a big pot there, but no tonic. Well, the first bit of colour on here. And there's always somewhere there. That looks like a tiny bit. Tin glazed. Yeah, I think it is. Oh well. Well, base of a pot there. No markings on it, so I'm going to leave that. Well, probably another little bit of tin glaze. Oh, well, I need a lot of this stuff today. And a nice little bit of blue. No. There's always some willow. Oh, a bit of feather edge pearl there. Oh, nice little bit. And some of the flowers on. Yeah. Another tiny bit of blue. Oh, a bit on both sides. And the top of some A bit more blue. I think that's a bit more tin glazed. Well, that's one of the trees off Willow, and we've just had a boat go past. Right there. Definitely rescuing that. Well, another bucket handle. A bit there in the edge. Looks like there's some photo shoot going on down here. Right, we can spot this, and it's probably a modern one. Yeah, plastic, but it's a button, so I'm taking it. Well, a bit of a heel of a pipe. Right, if you want to lark on the Thames Foreshore, you have to have a permit from the Port of London Authority, and there'll be a link below to the website, I think, if I can remember how to do it. It's more tin glazed. Well, I'm hoping it's all tin glazed. You can hear me over the waves. Just the thing glazed again. Oh yeah, that much blue now. Oh, that's a nice piece. I'll get that out of water before we get the wake off that thing. Some egg whisk up there making a lot of noise. There are lots of pipe stems and bits and pieces down here. Could have a bucket full if I wanted, but unlike back home where I only find like one of them every so often, down here there's just loads and loads of them. So unless I find a heel or like say a pipe ball, I'm leaving them. Lots and lots of little bits like this. With all this gravelly stuff, it just doesn't half tumble them and smash them to little pieces. Oh, another bit of electrical insulator there. A little bit of wedgewood there. Maybe not, but wedgewood style. Oh, that's different. It's on a right, the finds from the Thames, and they're from the first time I went down, and all these are from the second time, but we'll start off with getting the rubbish out of the way. Another one of them. I've got the battery out of it, so that's another one for the bin. And Lots of pipe stems. I could have picked up a bucket full down there and all other places as well, but after a bit, no, I thought I'll just leave them unless I see any markings on them. And this bit which I picked up, because I thought, oh, there's the hole. There's no hole there. That's actually a flint nodule that just looks like one of them bits there with a bit of the heel and ball on. Well, yeah. And a bit of blue, white, bit on both sides. Probably Chinese inspired, probably on both bits, but that I think is part of the lid of something. I know I've shown all these few bits before, but going over it again. And the last bit's a little bit of printed pottery, and I don't know whether that is Tudor with being the green, or it's just a bit of the waster out of a kiln, because it's quite thick on that side, but it does look old, but I don't know. And a bit of tin glazed Delftware. It would have been a pretty and a very bright dish, that I should think. A little bit plain on the other side. Well, that's the first bit I've actually found as such. I'll just move this a little bit. I'm going to get them all in. Right, this is the second trip down in a couple of places. I haven't separated, I've just put them all into groups. And yes, we did find a knitting needle down there. Size 9 or is it 6? But yeah, I filmed that, but it were all out of focus, so an unusual find. And talking of more rubbish, just a pen, and another one of them. I got the battery out of it and found another battery on its own down there, so that's 2 batteries out of the way on this day. And a lighter. And an old battery cell. Most of the times people find the carbon rods out of these, think, oh, they found a slate pencil, but this is showing what they come out of. Old type batteries. A small tub of shaving cream. And yeah, one of them. I've taken the needle off and that's gone in the sharps box. But more plastic to get rid of. Now we're getting on to the good stuff. Electrical insulator. Not seen this type before. And lots and lots of willow there. As we know, there's always some willow. Lots there of the fence, including the early type. Yeah. and other bits of willow there, and willow inspired. Little cup, I should think. And a shell. Yeah. Probably come in some ballast or something like that. And a bit of embossing. I don't know what that would have been. And again, like I say, lots of blue stuff. But some nice bits. And quite old going off the little bit of blue tinge in the glaze there. Still trying to find out what pattern that is yet. And a bit on that with another little leaf on the other side. Probably a little dish. And I don't know whether that's hand painted or transfer print or a bit of both. With a mark there from the kiln. Another one with a little bit of a mark again from the kiln, from the firing. And a bit of feather edged, pearl edged, shell edged. Goes under various names and they all look alike. And pity there's not more of that. I've tried to get a lot of the rust staining out, but it seems to have got really embedded in that. Again, probably kiln still marks. Probably a bit of mocha with that seaweedy type pattern that gets on it. But I'm not quite sure though. And lots of little bits of tin glaze, delftware, and as you can see it just flakes off. A few more tides over them, there'll be nothing left of them. That would have been a nice one to find a bigger piece of it. Again, old, I think late 1600s, early 1700s, maybe even older. You never know. And various bits of pipe finds down there. I was picking them up until I found something decent. And then I had to rescue that after the waves. Yeah. And as you can see, there's a G there. And a W there. Now, so I don't know whether it's a WG or GW, the maker. Late 1600s, early 1700s, so I'm told. But I'd like to find out more. And you can just make out in the bottom where the wire's pushed through, and it's pushed the cap at the end of the hole in the pipe, and it's still stuck up. I don't know whether you can make it out or not. But yeah, that's the finds from, well, them 2 trips to a few places on the Thames. And now I've got my licence to go there. Finding all the places I can go to easily that both me and Mary can get to, because we're not that steady on our feet. But the thing is, my licence doesn't cover me for crafting with any of these pieces, as far as I know. And I know there's only 20 or 30 crafting licenses. So I'm going to do a bit of crafting, but not crafting. So keep watching. Right, according to the terms of my Thames permit, I can't do crafting as such. But I thought I'd try a crafting, but not crafting. So let's see what this is. So these are all the like Delft tin glazed pottery bits, and some time ago somebody gave me some of these floating frames, so let's use them. Yeah, you can see both sides of them, and it's nice to display them. And as you can see, no damage to them, and you can just take them out again at any time. And it preserves them, and anybody wanting a closer examination of them can take them out. And you might say, well, can you put thick things in? Well, there's the pipe that I found. And as you can tell, it's nearly the thickness of the frame. And that's got in perfectly. So, using these, because they come in a few different sizes, getting in its centre, and you can use them for displaying your finds instead of any cutting and grinding or anything. So if you get some nice printed pieces, you can put them in these, and then you can chop and change them when you want a different display. I hope that little craft has been informative for you.